I'm gonna do a cut and paste poster presentation using what I can find laying around the house. I don't usually do this, it's out of my comfort zone, but let's see what happens. I found some old stamps from middle school. I haven't looked at these in over 2 decades. They have no real monetary value and can usually be traded in bulk, so I don't mind using them for the project. This is not how a collector holds stamps, by the way. You gotta use tweezers, but whatever. So before the internet became a household thing, this was a fascinating small window into other countries and cultures. My name is Mac, age 36. I was born in Bosnia, and the pronouns are he and him. Bosnia is a small country in Southeast Europe. It's located right here. The city that I was born in, Sarajevo, hosted the Winter Olympics in 1984. But then the war happened, and me and my family had to flee to Italy. We stayed in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by cornfields, but we were far from harm's way. From there, we came to the USA as refugees. I was very lucky to have gone to a few schools. I got my A degree with emphasis in design at Highline College. I went on to study the BA program in design at Cornish, but burnt out after the first semester, stopped going to classes, and was expelled. Don't let this happen to you. Seek help if you need it. I dropped design and went on to study acting at AMDA in New York City. I performed and studied also pantomime with the American Mime Theater. Video games. During quarantine, I played the strategy game Risk. Otherwise, I'm not much of a gamer. I want to recommend the film The Father with Anthony Hopkins and Olivia Colman. It's an intense drama about old age and dementia. It's unique because of what it does to the viewer. It's disorienting, sad, scary, and enraging, but it's never pathetic. I also want to recommend you the film Relatos Selvajes. It's an Argentinian film from 2014. It's translated as Savage Tales. It's an extreme dark comedy with social satire and one of the funniest films I've ever seen. The last great book that I read was Clara and the Sun by Kazuo Ishiguro. It's about AI in the near future. We have this paranoia that someday AI will take over humanity, and he addresses this really well in his story. He's a very gentle and sublime writer that I really like. I read as much as I can, and I also want to recommend the book Extra Bold. It's by designers of color, LGBTQ plus designers, designers who are women, and designers with disabilities. It centers and uplifts their perspectives as designers and consumers, which has been missing in a lot of books about design. One more book that I want to recommend is John Berger's Ways of Seeing. It's a small book about history of art, how power has been portrayed, how it served patriarchy, how it's always been elitist, and how 99% of people didn't see most art until mass reproductions and the Industrial Revolution. After school, I hope that I'll get into a creative agency. My dream job would be to do design for book covers and album covers for musicians. So maybe a publishing industry job would be ideal. I want to thank you for watching this monstrosity that I made. I hope you had some fun, learned something. Sorry about the grammatical mistake, and I'll see you in class.